ContactAPGJamie here on behalf of Art Joy of Sharing. And this month for Magnificent Melange, say that 20 times or say it once. It's okay, say it once. Hashtags, y'all. Let's try some resist. I know it's an old subject and it's all over YouTube already, but this time I'm going to offer to you how I did it. Tried it. Yeah, how I did it. Yeah, that's the ticket. So, gloss varnish and distress oxide. It was this weird idea I kind of had. I don't know, maybe it's already been done. I don't know. Anyway, it's a weird idea I had. And my first try, not so good, okay? But I left it in the video because y'all need to see how a hot mess unfolds. So we're going to use our Distress Oxide inks. Now there are several little segments in this video, and it is a longer video for me, y'all, okay? So yeah, because sometimes I'm stubborn and I just want to let stuff go. So we're putting our oxide inks out there, and I guess, no, I don't think this one's wild honey. I think this is, I don't know what this is. Y'all, there's a list of ingredients in the description box below, okay, along with other important information that you might want to read. So here you go, y'all, because we're just going to dry that up. And now we're spritzing some water on there. And we're going to heat gun and dry that, okay? And we're fixing to use that Donna Downey stencil. Pretty. Y'all, these oxide inks, they're just so fun. They Donna Downey. And I'm going to be applying archival, which is a permanent ink with a blending tool thingy. Now be careful when you're using your blending tools or other things through stencils that may have sharp pointy edges, because you don't want to bend them and rip them and all that kind of such whatnot. So be careful, y'all. Just word of caution. Okay. That's a hot mess. I will not deny. It's interesting. See, it's interesting just like that. They're kind of a hot mess. So we're going to get out our gloss varnish, and I'm mixing it without shaking it up and putting air bubbles, but it doesn't really matter because I'm going to be applying it with the makeup wedge anyway, so I could have shook it up. Caution not to shake up varnish because you don't want to work air bubbles into it, because it can be harder to brush those out when you're applying this onto canvas or other things with the brush kind of situation thing. So as you can see, I'm cleaning my stencil between uses. Oh, this is a Patty Tyler Perry stencil, y'all. Helping hands. So I'm using different size handses. Bless my heart, y'all. Bless my heart. So yeah, y'all can see that. And I only put one coat. It may have worked just a little bit better if I'd have done 2 coats, but so it is. Here again, y'all, to hurry up and speed up the drying. You can kind of see. You can kind of see the handprints, y'all. This so did not work out the way I had it in mind. I'm just going to spoil it right now from the get-go. Hot mess. Hot messes can be usable, so don't just give up on them and throw them away. You don't necessarily have to be quite as hard-headed as I am sometimes on doing a process, a technique that you think of in your brain. It may or may not already exist, like I already said. I don't know. I didn't look. It was just something I thought of, and I thought, well, I'm going to try it. And what better time to try it when you're actually going to be doing a video that you're supposed to know what you're doing in. Yeah. It's okay to try these ideas you have. It is. Why not? What the heck? What you got to lose? Huh? If you're having fun, does it matter? Now, we'll say I did get frustrated later on, but that's just because, you know, I got Irish blood running it through my veins, y'all, and we can be a bit stubborn. So, as you can see, I'm just using all kinds of colors because I'm so trying to bring out those handprints. I almost said footprints. That'd be funny.
I don't have any feet stencils. They got some feet dyes, or stamps, not dyes. So here I'm wiping away some of that oxide that I just put on top, away from the handprint, because I don't want it dried on there. So I'm just kind of wiping it away. I know you can't see the handprints. I'm aware of that, y'all. Thanks for pointing it out. If you look just slightly, you can just kind of see it just a little. Just a little. It's really hard to show on the camera because my camera the settings have gotten, I don't know, jacked up or something. See, here's a closer upper picture. You can see them. They're hard to see even in real life. I'm not going to say they're easy to see. They're just hard to see. And the point was so that you could see the handprints. But then part of that is, sure, I'm making a busy background. Circles and misblendings and stencilage and yeah. And when it totally dries on its own, like 2 days later, the color even changed just a little bit more. But y'all see that later. So we're taking another picture. Can you see it any more butter? You can see it just a little bit more butter. Hot mess. Works out for me in the end. Am I giving up? Am I done? No. No such luck, y'all. Like, well, that didn't really do much. Let's try putting some of this yellow wild honey back on there. No. It almost looks camouflagey, doesn't it? Camouflagery. Desert storm camouflagery kind of thing. Okay, well, let's just put some of this distressed glaze on there and see if maybe we can bring out some of them layers, if that'll make any difference. It changes it somewhat, but no, not so much. I was sad. Well, not sad, but it's just like, oh, I don't know if I'll show them in the video. And in the end, I decided, I thought, you know what? Y'all just need to see in case y'all get this idea.
Well, this is why I think it didn't work quite so well as I would have liked. I'd hoped, wanted to show y'all, thought I could do. Yeah. Hello, too much noise on it. But it is an interesting piece and it does work for something, which you will see in the photo montage. And if you'll stick with me just a little longer, well, okay, a lot longer maybe, okay, a lot longer, a few minutes, days, whichever comes first.
So let's move along to good old Vaseline, y'all. Here I'm smearing some pale pink on there that you probably can't hardly even tell it was pale pink. And that's just a little tiny brush. And yeah, I'm doing it all streaky like, because in the end it won't make a difference on this particular technique. This is a good old standby technique, y'all. And I'm putting some more of the light pink on, and then that other color, I don't remember what color it is. It's in the ingredients below. It's probably a magenta, I don't know, fuchsia, something. Now we're going to smear on some Vaseline. Now I'm using a fairly good hunk, which I tried to show you, but then I sped it up way too fast because it's a long video, y'all. We needed to speed up. Now I'm putting on some fairly thin, it's not totally thin, and it is somewhat opaque paint. And then you just let that dry natural. No heat gun, y'all. Let it dry natural. And the way you can tell that it's dry is it's not shiny like the Vaseline part where it has separated from. Now you wipe it off with the paper towel. And it can be kind of ooey gooey, just the way it goes with the Vaseline resist technique, y'all. It's a good old standby. Just nice old technique we learned in elementary school. Elementary or grammar school or whatever young in the school you want to call it. Now I'm using a baby wipe. That's a new clean baby wipe, and I'm wiping away because I want to try to get up as much Vaseline as I can. And it looks pretty. It looks pretty just like that. But no. some of us just have to keep going and going and going. So we're going to smear on some more Vaseline. That's what we're going to do. You can't see it, but I was trying to show you, but anyhow. Anyway, in case y'all have any wild ideas to try that gloss varnish and distress oxide, maybe you'll let me know what works for you. We'll try that again. You'll see. So that was some white paint, and it was kind of thickish, so I put a little bit of water in there. And by adding the water, it really separates off the Vaseline, which is okay. Not gonna hurt a thing. Let it dry natural. No heat gun. And now it's dried. I know, it's hardly didn't even get to blink, did you? I'm wiping away the ooey gooey Vaseline. And then we're going to wipe it we're going to wipe it well again with clean, damp baby wipe, or however it comes out of the package, however wet, damp it comes out. And see, can't see any of the Vaseline greasiness. And now we're going to put some stamps on it, because I thought, well, I don't know what I'm going to do with this, so let's just stamp some butterflies on it. So that's what we did. And I don't know if I show me stamping all of them. That's a black archival again. That's a cute stamp set, BoBunny. BoBunny, honey. Now, I don't fuss about stamping the antenna, the little bird, for heaven's sakes, bless my heart, all day long, y'all. The butterfly antenna, I don't stress over those so much, because I tend to just cut them off anyways. Okay.
Good old Vaseline and acrylic paint. Man, it worked. I am just so happy that one came out good the first time. And I know it's a really old technique, but you know what? Sometimes it's those tried and true ones that we need to use. So, anyway, I want you to stay tuned, if you don't mind. Stay tuned, and you'll see I make a project out of my Vaseline and acrylic paint piece, and that other gloss varnish and distressed ink piece, and heck, you probably already saw the thumbnail, didn't you? So just hang out, till the end. Oh, and while I'm thinking about it, or while I'm reading it on my notes right here, be sure to check the description box below for, more information, of course, and the ingredients that I used. And sometimes there's some special notes down there, So click on more to see more.
And we're going to proceed on to the next technique that I thought of, which was embossing and then doing oxide ink over it. Okay, I know it is already a technique, but I was going to try something slightly different. Stressing that word try in this situation. But we'll just wait till we get to that part. So now we're just going to put over that broken china over our little butterfly stamp there. It's a cute stamp set, y'all. Hidden! Which you have to be careful when you're doing that over, heat embossing. So we're going to put on some more of that same stamp and put some more embossing powder on. Now that's just regular embossing powder, y'all. Brushing away some of the extra, because I should have let it dry longer. I should have did my anti-static pillow thingy, but I didn't, so there we go. Now we're going to put on another color. We're going to go with green. Well, y'all can see that. No, that's not green. That says, what is that? I don't know what that color is, y'all. List of ingredients. And I'm showing y'all close up. It's interesting. Essentially, I was trying to make a background. Now we spritz some water on there. That's even interesting. Sometimes I think think I just do too much. I got out my little craft iron, okay? And it's heating up. I got a piece of copy paper, and I'm heating it up, and I'm trying to remove the embossing. Yes, the heat embossing powder that has melted on there. It's not coming up so well. I don't know if my iron wasn't hot enough or what, but I'm going to try that again. So this time I just put the oxide inks on the back, and we're going to stamp on the front, and we're going to add the embossing just like that, and we're going really fast, and now we're going to ink over that. I thought, well, maybe we can make a sunsetty kind of looking background with a flower in it, and I don't know. Bless my heart some more, y'all. More trying to take it off. That one comes off better. Maybe because it's more thicker lines on there. I don't know. I'm going to have to think about this.
That embossing and distressed oxide. Yeah. Not a good thing. Well, not the way I tried it, maybe. I'm thinking it didn't work because I didn't let the oxide ink dry well enough on its own, okay? And I used regular, just regular embossing powder, which is not super fine, but it's pretty fine. And I'm thinking I'll try it again, unless y'all do first and y'all tell me. I mean, you know, or maybe there's a better video. I don't know, because it was just a weird idea I had. You know, anyway, y'all saw it. So I'm thinking next time I'll try a thicker embossing powder, you know, like UT ultra thick embossing enamel, I guess is the name of that. And yeah, I'm not trying it again in this video because this video is plenty long enough, don't you think? So I want to keep my happy this time.
So we're going to move on again, and we're going to go back to the gloss varnish. I so appreciate each and every one of you. Your valuable time, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your suggestions, yeah, I appreciate you. Oh, and if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so. I'd appreciate it. Really appreciate you watching too. And if you want notifications, click the little bell to get notifications. So I'm just wiping off those circle stamps, and now I'm applying the gloss varnish with a makeup wedge. Okay, same varnish. Yeah. Do this at your own risk because it stuck to these stamps pretty good. Just saying. So there we are. Can't see it. Trying to show you. Can't see it. I'm wetting that down pretty good. Now I'm going to lay, well, not this time. In a minute, I'll lay a wet, soppy paper towel thing on there. So I heat gunned the gloss varnish, and now I'm getting out the oxide inks because it's just something I'm not going to let go of. This time it works out a bit more butter. Yep. Smooshing that all around. Again, I think it would probably be better if I let it dry natural. Hey, gun. I didn't say I let it dry natural. I said I think it would probably be better if you let it dry natural. Now we're pretty much, you know, like halfway on the video. Thank you so much. I know I've said that before. I'll say it again. And I'll say it all repeat. Ad nauseum. So I'm just kind of drying off my stamps there because I got them pretty wet, and you know, because I didn't really want the varnish to dry on them, and it sort of did but didn't. It got like a coat on there. I had to scratch it with my fingernail when I was cleaning them up later. So just be fair warned. What would it do on a rubber stamp? I have no idea. So we put some more gloss varnish on there, and we're just offsetting our stamping, and you know, the stamps got moved around and stuff, and that's okay. That's fine, because you know, we don't want everything to be all matchy, same. We want some variations to there. Okay, I wanted some variations on there. So, here you go, y'all, to dry that varnish. And it's going to dry the, oxide inks back there too. And so let's just put some more on there, okay? Let's put this color, cracked pistachios. So, I don't know if you noticed, I'm going from light to darker. Okay. Now, this one works out fairly well. Okay? Okay. It's just another little something y'all can do. Here you go, y'all. That one with the embossing powder, I'm going to have to work on that idea or thought. Maybe I should search YouTube. Maybe it's already been done. I don't know. Somebody else could have done it more butter and easier, and I don't know. Here we go. Put some more layer on there, y'all. Wet that down. Lay our wet towel on there. Dry up the waters. Here comes some more. Here comes. Drying from the back. I'm liking that. I'm cooling it off a little bit because it got a little warm. Oh, let's put another layer on. Peeled paint this time, y'all. Just keeps going. That's what I say about layers. If you're not too crazy about the last layer, just add another. If you like it, it's okay to stop, even if you only have 2 layers on there. Just saying. So now I'm just going to stamp again with the varnish. There you go. And kind of offset, because I'm trying to get some layeredy kind of backgroundy kind of thing going on. I don't know how successful I am. Well, I like it. I like it, yeah. Put some right there. Sometimes it might depend on the stamps you use as well. As you can see, this is kind of a thicker line. Well, no, the handprint was pretty solid, wasn't it? Or maybe that was the problem. Maybe it was too solid. So now we're coming back in with our linen on top. I like that pretty okay good. Here you go. Anyway, I take this with the Vaseline resist butterfly pieces, and we'll make a project out of that, because I feel like I just need to make a project now that I've done all this stuff. This is Distress Glaze. As you can see, it's kind of brightening up. Background just a little bit. Just a little, ever so slightly. It's interesting. Makes an interesting background, and sometimes that's all we need in a background is interesting. I'm just going to wipe over it and buff it off, because that's what you're supposed to do with the glaze. You can also use a neutral or clear shoe polish, depending on which one you have. You don't have to use anything. Oh, I'm going to add another layer. Did I need to add another layer? Who knows? But I did. Oh, this is a full bless my heart video, y'all. I don't know if I come back with any face-to-face parts anymore. I don't know. We'll have to wait. We'll be surprised together, okay? Yep, buffing it off. And that's just, you know how when you peel napkins, because you use napkins in your art, that's the backs off of them. I save them over here to my right side, and they come in handy. See, it's kind of cool looking, isn't it? That one came out kind of cool, I think. Is it the most beautiful thing ever? I don't know. So now I cut the butterflies out. Y'all didn't need to see that because you just cut them out with scissors or however you want to cover them out. Now I'm inking around the edges. As y'all know, I sometimes do this and I sometimes don't ink around the edges. But this time I'm inking around the edges. I thought it needed it. Makes me happy. In the end, my projects, I end up with 2 projects. I'm only showing you making one, but you know, So it goes. The other one's essentially, basically, sort of the same. Wash, rinse, repeat. I'm making around the part of my background too. Oh, I decided I was going to round the little corner, so we're coming back and we're just rounding. One of them gave me a little bit of a fit, and then we're just going to ink back over the part I rounded on, so it's all good. Ta-da! Okay, pretty, pretty. Let's lay these on here and see what we get. Oh, let's get some thread out so we can put our antennas back on our butterflies. Now, who was it that I saw first do this? Oh, I think it was Dear Julie. Okay. She uses threads for the antenna on butterflies or whatever else insect you should happen to have that has antenna. And I loves it. So that's what that's what I'm doing. That's why I don't worry about stamping them out, the antenna out, because I cut them off anyway if I'm cutting out the butterflies. If you're stamping the image for the whole image, then yeah, you're going to want to make sure, or want your antennae to come out pretty well, or you'll have to hand draw them in, fix them. You have to fix it. So, and I'm kind of twisting the fold of the thread just to kind of make it get happy and stick together. Okay. Now this is a heavier thread. This is a quilting thread, so it's slightly heavier because I used to quilt, but it hurts to hand quilt anymore, so I don't do that anymore. This poor butterfly ended up with no body at all, but it'll be all right. We'll get that taken care of in the end. I don't know if I show y'all that part, but he ends up with the body. Don't worry. Okay, now we're trimming those off. I don't know how long their antennae is supposed to be. Is it supposed to be longer than what their wings stick out? I don't know. It was just a thought that came in my mind when I was doing this. Okay. So now we're going to make a caption card for the inside, because then when I make it, I'm just going to turn it into a greeting card, y'all. Yep. And we're going to try to do the same thing. Try, that's a loosely word, that we did with the heat embossing. Only this one's different. We're not going to try to remove the embossing. Okay. So there I'm drawing the ink. That is not a solid coat on there. It is a slippery, kind of down the center. It's hard to see because my colors are blowing out, and I don't know what I'm going to do to fix it, because yeah. So that was the embossing pillow, anti-static pillow thing that I made myself. Now what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Where'd I put my stamp? I don't know. Oh, embossing ink. That's what I was looking for. Oh, bless my heart. This video is just full of bless my heart. Oh, I love these phrases. I picked them up at the Tuesday mornings. They're nice, big. I like them. So I got over there whatever one I wanted, words together. And we're going to emboss them. I know you can't see. It's pretty much that way in real life, too. So just going to leave that there for a minute and pull it off. Now we're going to add our same clear embossing powder. I didn't use a color. Eventually I'm going to put the embossing powder on there. I'm pretty sure of it. That was the plan. Holy cow. Long video getting longer by the second, isn't it? Oh, let me say once more. Once more. I appreciate each and every one of you and your valuable time there. Tapping off just a little bit of excess. Heat gun. Coming. It's kind of off camera just a little bit. Can't see it melting. You can't see the magic, and that's the sad part about it. Because the embossing powder, when it melts, it's like magic. So I'm going to try to use the same colors. Excuse me. I think in the end I did not put the linen color back over the top. It's okay. It's fine. It's on the inside. They're not side by side. Excuse me. So we're going to add some of the circles to this, or one circle in a few different places. You know, just kind of to tie it in just a little bit. That was my thought. Actually, I grabbed the circle stamps and I meant to grab the butterfly, so There you go. You got the truth. Just saying. He'd emboss that too. This works because I did not try to remove the embossing. Now, doing that may work. I'm gonna play with that again, y'all. I was just too frustrated with it to try it again for this video, so just saying. Swiping away the excess with the paintbrush there. I should have went over it again with the anti-static thingy before I added a new powder on there, because remember we went over it with another coat of oxide inks, and they take a while to dry. I don't know if anybody ever told you that. And even after they dry for a while, the color will change slightly. It's just slightly, y'all. So I'm wiping up that powder I knocked off. Get out of the way, thread. Gonna heat gun those circles out. Okay, cool it off for a second. Let's put that peeled paint. I think we're back to the peeled paint. You can see that circle's coming up. Here we go. It's looking good. Wiping off with just a dry piece of paper towel or back of a napkin, whatever you want to choose, and just wiping off some of that new layer of oxide ink from top of the embossing powder. Okay, put that away. Let's get our glaze. Put some glaze on it. Making me happy. Now that sort of seals it, but not totally. It's kind of like a little wax glaze, y'all. Buffing it off. I've not tested it to see if it still reacts to water, but I almost have a feeling it might. And I'm just working on cardstock, so of course if the back gets wet, it's going to change the front as well. Just saying, because that's what will happen. Now I think we're going to finally stamp some butterflies on this, and then we will assemble our card. Oh, thanks for hanging out and sticking around with me, guys. I know. I have no words, but yet I keep talking. Bless y'all's heart. Got a little something on there. It wiped off. He can set the archival ink. Okay, let's clean up. Nope, not really going to clean up even. Just smooshed it out of the way. Now you can see the color difference, and that could be because I didn't go over the top again with the linen. I'm going to take a close-up picture. Because it's the same cardstock. So I don't know. Just saying. So we're going to layer these up. And I put that on the wrong side. And I kind of fold around there, not fold, but kind of bend and oval round over their wings. And I put a piece of fun foam under there. Fun foam. I pop it up with a little bit of double-sided foam tape, y'all. But I don't show you that part because the phone rang and I stopped recording, and I was chatting on the phone. I was doing that, and I realized, oops. But the video was long enough. You can just figure out how to put little pieces of fun foam. Bless my heart, y'all. Double-sided foam tape under there to puff up the upper wing just a little bit. It just adds the neatest little dimension, which y'all will see, I hope. And then I will show a photo of that hot mess piece as well. Because this turns out not so bad, y'all. See how that top wing's loose? And I'll pop a little double-sided foam tape under there, you know, just to keep it popped up for when it goes through the mailage. It's a card. You got to send it in the mail. Well, I guess you could hand it. hand it to somebody in real life, but you know. So there we go. Looks cute, huh? That's cute. What we can do? What we can put it on? Oh, ATG, or as I call it, ATG gun. It's not a gun. It's a advanced tape glider. And most of us tend to call it a gun. Oh yay, we're off screen now. And sticking it down. I didn't realize we was off screen, y'all. Now we're going to put our caption on the inside. We're going to use the ATG. We're trying to center that. Looks cute. I'm really happy with it. In the end, I'm really happy with it. Now we're going to stamp on the envelope. I don't know. Maybe we'll get to watch it. There's our anti-static thing. We're just going to emboss. Man, I hadn't been off screen for a while, but holy cow. It's not that bad, is it? I think we could see the magic on this one. Brush away the excess. I still ended up with the excess. I don't know how that happened, but you know, so it goes. Ah, magic. And get ready for the photo montage. Once again, I appreciate each and every one of you, your kind comments, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. And be sure to search for the hashtag Magnificent Melange and hashtag AJOS for Art Joy of Sharing, and you will see other videos this month by a lot of really neat artists, my fellow sharers. And that was that first hot mess, y'all. Came out okay. Thanks for watching, and happy arting, y'all.